Welcome back, dear viewers, to another chilling episode of Tales of Terror. Today we explore a realm that exists just beyond the veil of our known world, a place shrouded in mystery and fear. We tread into the shadowy domain of the Backrooms. Imagine, if you will, an endless labyrinth of monotonous, yellow, windowless rooms stretching out into infinity, each one identical to the last. A place where time and space twist and warp in ways that defy our understanding. The Backrooms, as they've come to be known, are not of our world, yet they're eerily familiar, like a dream you can't quite recall. In this episode we'll examine found footage, an unsettling discovery that offers a glimpse into this enigmatic realm. What secrets does it hold? What horrors lurk within its endless corridors? Only the brave or the foolish dare to venture into the Backrooms. So, without further ado, let's delve into the depths of the unknown. Our tale begins with an unsuspecting individual, a man known only as the Explorer. An enigma wrapped in mystery, the Explorer was a man of curiosity, drawn to the unknown like a moth to a flame. His fascination with the unexplained led him to a discovery that would change his life forever: the Backrooms. The Backrooms. A term coined by those who have stumbled upon this eerie otherworld, an endless labyrinth of nondescript rooms and corridors, seemingly existing outside our understanding of reality. It was into this uncanny realm that our explorer unwittingly ventured. The initial footage is a chilling testament to the explorer's first steps into this bewildering abyss. As he plunged deeper into the Backrooms, the mundane monotony of the yellow decaying walls and the hum of fluorescent lights overhead became a haunting symphony of the surreal. The uniformity of the space, the lack of discernible landmarks, began to gnaw at his sense of direction, fueling a growing sense of disorientation. The explorer's fear was palpable, each shaky breath, every whispered expletive echoing the dread creeping into his heart. Yet his curiosity drove him forward, deeper into the maze. He wandered through what seemed like an infinite loop of identical rooms and endless hallways, each one as eerily similar as the last. The concept of time seemed to lose all meaning as he wandered aimlessly, his fear escalating with each passing moment. In the echoing silence of the Backrooms, the explorer's footsteps became a drumbeat of dread, the only sound in an otherwise silent world. His flashlight cast long shadows that danced on the water-stained wallpaper, creating a macabre puppet show of his mounting terror. His journey into the unknown had become a nightmare from which he couldn't wake, a horror story unfolding in real time. Little did he know this was merely the beginning of his terrifying journey. As our explorer ventured deeper, he found himself in an endless labyrinth of monotony. Immersed in the relentless uniformity of the Backrooms, our intrepid explorer was met with an eerie silence. It was a silence so profound it seemed to echo off the walls, amplifying the solitary footfalls that punctuated the haunting tranquility. Each step further into the labyrinth only deepened the mystery and enhanced the sense of isolation. The footage reveals an uncanny repetition of rooms, each one so identical to the last that it's almost impossible to distinguish one from another. The rooms are devoid of any unique features, merely pale, bare walls under the sterile glow of humming fluorescent lights. The sameness is disorienting, the monotony mind-numbing. It's as if our explorer has stepped into a looping nightmare where each turn leads back to the same starting point. Every room, every corridor, every turn seems to mirror the previous one, creating a maddening illusion of infinity. The footage lays bare the unsettling sameness of the Backrooms, a place where time and space seem to lose their meaning. It's a world that defies logic, a realm that exists outside of our understanding of reality. But in the midst of the disquieting silence, there's an undercurrent of something more, something lurking just beneath the surface. The footage hints at unseen forces at play, a sense of foreboding that comes not from what can be seen, but from what remains hidden. It's the unseen threat that makes the Backrooms truly terrifying, the unknown menace that turns the monotony into a chilling nightmare. And yet, our explorer pushes on, driven by curiosity, by the need to seek the truth, by the hope of finding an exit. Each step further into the labyrinth raises a question that echoes through the endless rooms, a question that lingers in the air, unanswered and haunting. The deeper he ventured, the more he questioned, was there an end to this maze? In the Backrooms, not only space but time itself seemed to warp and twist. This is a realm where the laws of physics are mere suggestions, and the concept of time as we know it doesn't hold any sway. The footage showed our explorer's wristwatch, once a faithful companion in tracking the passage of time, behaving in ways that defied comprehension. The hands spun in a frenzy, hours passing in mere seconds, then froze for what seemed like an eternity, only to resume their mad dance once more. The digital display flickered erratically, numbers morphing into unreadable symbols, then resetting to a time that bore no relation to the world outside. As our explorer tried to make sense of this, there were signs that time was playing tricks in other ways too. The explorer's beard, initially a few days' growth, became a dense thicket overnight. His food and water supplies depleted at an alarming rate, as if days or even weeks were passing in what felt to him like hours. And yet, the same monotone light from the fluorescent tubes overhead remained constant, casting an unchanging pallor on the endless expanse of the backrooms. Even the footage itself was not immune to these temporal distortions. Scenes that should have lasted seconds stretched into minutes, while others that should have taken hours were over in the blink of an eye. The chronology became impossible to follow, adding another layer of disorientation to an already bewildering ordeal. Every attempt to mark the passage of time, whether by carving notches into the wall or making voice recordings, was thwarted. The notches would disappear or multiply, and the recordings played back in a jumbled, nonsensical sequence. This was a realm where time had lost its meaning and its structure. It was not a steady river flowing from future to past, but a swirling, chaotic maelstrom, pulling our explorer further into its depths. With every passing moment, our explorer's hope of escape dwindled. What chance did he have against an enemy as insidious and relentless as time itself? In the echoing silence of the backrooms, our explorer was not alone. His breath hitched as he began to perceive a symphony of unnatural sounds in the otherwise deathly stillness. The monotonous hum of fluorescent lights was punctuated by eerie echoes like whispers in a cavernous cathedral. Each footstep, each rustle of fabric seemed to reverberate infinitely, bouncing off the endless maze of yellowed walls. Distorted shadows danced across the stale, peeling wallpaper, hinting at unseen entities. The intrepid explorer was not alone indeed. His heart pounded in his chest as he captured fleeting glimpses of movement in the corner of his eye. Yet, every time he turned, he was met with only the infinite expanse of the backrooms. A chill ran down his spine as he felt the presence of something that wasn't quite there. The air seemed to thicken, to pulse with an unseen life of its own. The very walls appeared to breathe, to shiver as if they were alive. The explorer felt as if 1,000 eyes were on him, tracking him, studying him. There was a sense of malevolence, of a predatory presence that lurked just out of sight. He could hear the faintest sounds, a low growl that seemed to resonate from the walls, a soft, wet slithering that echoed in the silence. The explorer felt a primal fear rise within him, a fear of the unseen, of the unknown. His mind began to play tricks on him, painting nightmarish images of the unseen horrors that might be lurking in the shadows. The explorer kept pushing forward, driven by his relentless curiosity, his desire to uncover the truth about the backrooms. He clung to his sanity, to his courage, even as he felt it slipping away, eroded by the unseen horrors that lurked in the eerie silence of the backrooms. He was being watched, hunted, but by what? He could not tell. And so our explorer continued his journey, each step taking him deeper into the heart of the backrooms, each moment bringing him closer to the unseen horrors that awaited. Isolation and terror took a toll on our explorer's mind. As we delve deeper into this chilling narrative, the footage reveals an alarming transformation. Our once confident explorer, initially brimming with curiosity, is now a mere shadow of his former self. The relentless monotony of the backrooms has begun to gnaw at his sanity. The endless maze has become his prison, and its sterile yellow walls his tormentors. His once steady hands now tremble with a mix of fear and anticipation. His eyes, wide and unblinking, dart around in search of an exit that seems increasingly elusive. The camera lens, his silent companion, captures his descent into paranoia. Every creak, every whisper of the wind is amplified in his mind to monstrous proportions. The explorer has become the hunted, in a labyrinth with no visible predator. His desperation is palpable. He starts to talk to himself, his voice a hushed whisper echoing off the nondescript walls. His conversations with himself are riddled with confusion and fear. He mutters about unseen watchers, about shadows that move, about a ticking clock that he can't locate. His words are a testament to his unraveling sanity, a chilling narrative of a man wrestling with his own mind. He starts leaving marks on the walls, a futile attempt to impose order on the chaotic infinity of the backrooms. But every mark is identical, every corridor indistinguishable from the last. His futile attempts only serve to push him further down the spiral of madness. His laughter, once rare and genuine, has now become a constant and unsettling soundtrack. It's a laughter devoid of joy, a laughter of a man clinging to the last vestiges of his sanity. His sleep, when it comes, is restless and punctuated by nightmarish visions. His dreams, his waking moments, they all bleed into each other, creating a tapestry of terror and despair. His mind, once his greatest ally, has now become his greatest enemy. His sanity, like a candle in the wind, was slowly extinguished. The last footage we have of our explorer is as chilling as it is mysterious. As we dive into the final moments, the air is thick with an escalating fear. The explorer's voice, once steady and composed, trembles with a palpable terror. Each word he utters is soaked with a dread that sends shivers down our spines. The explorer, who had been our guide through this labyrinth of the unknown, is now a victim of the very terror he sought to document. His words echo through the endless, nondescript halls of the back rooms, bouncing off the monotonous yellow wallpaper that seems to close in on him. There's an urgency in his voice, a primal instinct to flee from an unseen danger. His breaths grow shorter, sharper, mirroring the frantic beat of his heart. The walls, they're closing in. He whispers into his camera, his voice barely a shadow of its former confidence. He's no longer the explorer. He's the prey, hunted by a predator that lurks in the unseen corners of the backrooms. Suddenly, a bone-chilling scream rips through the silence, a final cry of terror that echoes through the endless maze. The explorer's voice is cut off abruptly, replaced by a deafening silence. The footage shakes, blurs, and then nothing. The screen goes dark, the explorer's last breath hanging heavy in the air. The footage ends there, leaving us with more questions than answers. What was it that the explorer saw in those final moments? What unspeakable horror lay waiting in the shadows of the back rooms? The answers to these questions are lost, swallowed by the infinite maze that claimed the explorer. And then, silence. The explorer was gone. His final moments, as chilling as they were, serve as a stark reminder of the dangers that lurk in the unknown corners of our world. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of the backrooms, we can't help but feel a sense of loss for our explorer, a brave soul who dared to venture into the unknown. In the wake of the footage, we are left with a chilling mystery. The backrooms, that seemingly infinite labyrinthine maze, and the fate of our lost explorer have sparked a flurry of theories and speculations, each more intriguing and terrifying than the last. Some believe that the backrooms are a dimensional anomaly, a fold in the fabric of our reality where time and space twist into an unending, monotonous nightmare. Could our lost explorer have unwittingly stumbled into this tear, becoming trapped in a place where the normal rules of existence do not apply? Others propose a more psychological explanation. Could the backrooms be a manifestation of the human mind's fear of the unknown, of getting lost, of being alone? In this theory, our lost explorer is not physically trapped, but is rather ensnared in a mental labyrinth of his own creation, his sanity slowly eroding under the relentless assault of isolation and fear. And then, there are those who speculate on darker, more malevolent forces at play. Are the unseen horrors that our explorer mentioned not figments of his imagination, but rather otherworldly entities lurking in the shadows of the backrooms? Could this footage be a glimpse into a realm that is home to creatures beyond our comprehension? The fate of the lost explorer is another enigma. Some argue that he succumbed to the madness, forever wandering the endless corridors of the backrooms. Others maintain hope, suggesting that he may have found a way out of the maze, forever changed by his ordeal. Perhaps some mysteries are best left unsolved. The backrooms and the fate of our lost explorer serve as a chilling reminder of the unknown, of the mysteries that lurk just beneath the surface of our reality. As we delve into these tales of terror, we're reminded of the human capacity for curiosity, for exploration, and ultimately for survival. Perhaps in the end that is the real story of the backrooms and our lost explorer. If you've been captivated by this chilling tale and have the courage to explore more mysteries with us, then we invite you to become part of our community. If you enjoyed this video and want to delve deeper into the unexplained and the terrifying, make sure to hit the like button. Your support helps us continue to unravel the unknown. And don't forget to press subscribe to ensure you don't miss out on our next tale of terror. Next time, we'll be venturing into the world of shadow people, those elusive figures that lurk just on the periphery of our vision, always present, yet always out of sight. Are they figments of our imagination? Or could they be entities from another realm? Until then, stay curious. Keep your minds open and keep exploring the unknown. Remember, it's a strange world out there, and we're here to navigate its mysteries together. Until next time, brave explorers.